I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be music here. Okay, then. There was definitely supposed to be music there. Anyway. So, this is really simple. You just bait the slashes. Go. And occasionally they'll do this. And don't try to hit them when they do that. So, a neat way to do this is to, as soon as they slash, stop holding back and then hit. But there's not much to really say for this. It's just the exact same pattern over and over again. The slashes will probably lag the game quite a bit. Slashes now. Get lots of healing too, so this isn't a problem. Now that you're at 30, to progress a bit more. And you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. Any moment now. See, that happens.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
It's not a glad game without games.
Wake up. Wake up.
But you gotta make sure you're on the left here behind this. Makes it a bit harder to be able to work with, but it's still not too bad. So when this happens, you killed her. You gotta run behind here. This invisible wall is no longer an invisible wall. You can actually go back here. And that's the first one. Oh no. I'm gonna turn the graphics down actually. Just make it a little bit less laggy if I can. So, unlike the first fight, the cutscenes are, you don't have to watch them. You only have to watch them when you first join the game. I don't know why the first fight does that, but don't worry, it's not that kind of bullshit like the chapter fights where you actually have to watch the cutscenes over and over again, because that would be really, really aggravating. Okay. This fight's really simple. It's just like the other one, but now he's using blasts, so you actually have to circle around. But it's not hard. It's like really not hard. So you want to keep mostly to the right here, except for the very ending bit, which is about now. Which you're going to do that, and I messed it up, but I think you can understand what I was trying to go for there. Thankfully, with that route, even if you mess it up, it's a very small amount of damage you'll end up taking. So make sure you don't get hit by this wall here, because this wall here does insane damage. I believe this heals 10 HP, so you can use that now. Donut heals 12. And the blasters, the small blaster will fire in the direction that you're facing. So you gotta wait for the big blasts there, and then go forward. Okay. Make sure you're always looking at the right side, because there's a lot of blasts that come in on the right side. And that's, otherwise you'll end up walking into them probably. Fireball patterns are a bit chaotic. Thankfully, the fireballs do little damage. I wouldn't pay too much attention to them. Using the big blast fires. I messed that up entirely. Stand between here. It's a tight spot, but make sure you're careful about it because, again, those do a lot of damage. And, I guess that's good enough. This one is quite a bit of a use, but you stay towards the middle there. So a lot more blasters now, so right there makes sure that big one fires. And make sure you stay on the left here so that you can see where these spawn. Now this is one of the hardest spots. You're gonna want to jump over this and learn the timing by heart and work your way around it like this. And you're gonna wait here as a safe spot. And walk, time it out up here. Wait for this, and you're gonna stand right over here in the middle. Not too far up, or else that one will hit you. Jump over the fireballs. You don't do much damage anyway, but watch out for the thing going diagonally now. It'll be kind of hard to memorize where they are, predict them even. And here, it's going to spam a bunch of blasts at you. And sometimes, it's kind of hard to avoid. But try to keep yourself zoomed out, and just keep moving forward. You might have to tank some damage. Big blast here, so makes you standing past it. And then in the middle over here, for the same reason. You can stand over here. And you want to stand towards the middle again, like a little bit left of the middle, I'd say. You actually have to fight him. But it's pretty simple. He has that pattern, and then he's just gonna use the big blast. And then he's gonna on you. Every time he uses a big blast, it's gonna police on you. So when he does the fireballs, it's straight. Run up and hit him. Wait for these tracking ones. And don't get hit by that. Whatever you do, don't get hit by that. But yeah. Circle around when he does that. He's gonna do that. So when he does the blue, you want to make sure you straight thing from left to right. When he does the spree of blasts, you want to make sure you're doing circle motions. And of course, when he does the bone zone, you just got to get the hell out of there. Strafing. He does a repetitive pattern. It might be a long, complicated pattern, but there's like actual patterns here you can learn, and you'll know exactly what he's going to do next. I did it pretty slow, so that I can give you an idea of how to do that. I know I didn't do the best job of it, but hopefully that can help. To be honest, that fight was really buggy, and it kept blinding me permanently, and I just wanted to get it over with. Okay, so for this beginning part, shift is pretty helpful. You want to make sure the homing blasts aren't facing you, which is why shift is helpful. If you don't have shift, you can walk like kind of crooked it into the wall. It'll serve the same purpose, but you'll go a bit slower and it's a bit more awkward for those of you who don't have shift, because you're not on a PC. But yeah, it definitely does help here. It'll help a lot more in the next one. So just always watch for that blast. Also, the middle has a blast there. Always keep that in mind. I have no clue what to tell you about that. That box spears. But this part, you're probably not gonna hit by a spear. If you do, it's fine. You're expected to take some damage throughout this. You know, you're not gonna have a perfect run. These indents here are safe spots. You want to use them like accordingly. Also, the homing blast doesn't spawn here, which is very nice. So this part, you're gonna want to go in, like bait it, and make it start, and then there's a certain timing in which you can go and just like spam jump and go, but it's really tight. You're probably gonna end up taking a bunch of damage there. So you're gonna want to stand on the edge here and figure out where the blasts hit exactly so you don't walk into them. And pray you didn't get the glitch where the red, there we go, makes sure the red doesn't keep going. I hate that glitch. So I'm actually safe here, so I'm going to move this to slot 4, make it easier for myself. This heals 12, I don't know how much this heals, a fair amount. And this heals full. So let's go. Okay, so he's gonna do fire, and after the fire he does spears. And the only way to dodge the spears, well, pretty much the only consistent way, is to be strafing to the side. You don't necessarily need shift for that. But the reason this is hard is because there's so many invisible walls. You can see I just ran into one. So you wanna make sure you're always towards the center when it does that, and probably don't rush at him until he does that. Safe. Whenever he does a big blaster like that, it means he's gonna make you blue, which, you know, it's gonna make it harder to dodge the spears if you're in a bad spot. So make sure you're never pinned against the wall. If you have to take one of these blasts, these tiny ones, it's actually not that much damage. That's much better than taking the spears. But yeah. They're consistent patterns. Very consistent, learnable patterns. It's actually a pretty fun fight. You just gotta learn the patterns. Also, every time he does, not only does it make you blue after a big blast, but he's always gonna use the flames and then the spears when he does that every time. It's a guarantee. So yeah, there's lots of different like combinations, cycles, and patterns that you can use to telegraph this. And I believe after the bone zones, he also is always guaranteed to do. I might be wrong on that, but I think he's also always guaranteed to do the fire and the spears. There we go. Took a lot of damage there at the end. Whatever. And I still have a lot of healing left, actually, so I'd say that's a pretty good run. Okay. So this is the hardest one, and I would expect to actually be stuck here for a long time. You'd think the last fight would be the hardest one, but no, that's just not how it works, I guess. So as you can see, I clearly just secrets broke, and it's a huge skip. It lets you skip all the stuff you're looking at, and I'm going to keep moving. And you maybe pause the video every now and then because this is going to get real messy. But basically, you're going to want to go right there in between that crack, and wait for the blast, and then jump between those, and then wait right about here. I messed that up a little bit, but that's okay. So for this part, now, despite what it might look like, you don't have to go through the whole thing in one run, so just wait until you know that it's not going to hit you, and then just go up forward a little bit. Like that. Okay, so this part. So I recommend jumping over the blue. Maybe not at the end here, but like that, yeah. Okay, so now this is where shift becomes helpful, and I think you'll understand why. You're going to want to walk left and right, and if you don't have shift, it's going to be a bit harder, but you're going to have to find a way to dodge this. And, sorry, I can't give you more advice than that. So this part, these are both blue. It's been a while. So you want to immediately go to the right like this, and this is also a pretty safe spot. It might take some damage here doing this. If you're smart like me and you nipped it at the end, you won't take damage, but even if you take damage, it's just a much easier route because of what I'm about to do right now. Which means it'll immediately go up, so I immediately get to go over here. Not taking damage is really hard. You gotta, like, kind of go to the left and then go to the right like I did there. The homing blast shouldn't follow you here. If it does, it's a bug. It does happen sometimes. But you want to try to squeeze yourself between these little spots here. And you can go all the way to the left here, way here, and then you're going to go. And the homing blast is going to come back, which is great. That's great. So we're going to do more skips. You're going to have to take some damage to do these skips, but they're worth it. Use the donut. And then you're going to... Whatever you do, I know this looks scary as hell. Don't jump from the top of one to the top of the other. It doesn't work. Do what I just did there and jump from the side. It works way better. I know it's not the intended way, but it's just you don't have to make that hard jump. Okay, so this part is awful. So what you're going to want to do is kind of like jump to the right, like off the cliff a bit, and just rush it like that. Okay, so now you're going to want to jump on the corners, and you're probably going to take a lot of damage here, undeniably. It's a messy spot. I've taken a lot of damage there, as you can see. So I'm going to adjust my inventory a bit. I don't know if I have enough to make it through this fight, but I'm going to try. It's pretty much the same as the last fight, except sometimes he throws laser. I feel like you have more room to dodge, though, which makes it easier. But not by that much. If you can't jump over the blue laser, that's completely fine. That barely does. It does like 2 damage or 1 damage or something. I would try to ignore it, honestly. This is a messy fight. Kind of blew me here because it's a big blast. He's going to do the bone zones, which means he's going to do the spears and the fire, I believe. Okay, so he's doing the spin, and I don't know what the spin means. I don't know if the spin actually means anything. But yeah, don't go at him until he finishes with a spear cycle. Because the spear, if you get caught in the spear, you can like actually get one-shotted from that. I mean, granted, you can get one-shotted by the bone zone too, just as easily. Actually, much easier. But that's at least easy to dodge. You have to like actually like prepare yourself and position yourself for the spears, though. I think this sandwich is a full heal, so I'm gonna wait a bit until I use it. I'm gonna be greedy and use it now. Actually, Now I'm gonna use it now. I think I probably could have done it without using it, but why take the risk? So yeah, the whole thing is hard. Hopefully some of the skips help a little bit. They're not game-breaking, but they're useful. I don't encourage like really bad glitching, but in this instance I will because they're not that bad. And I made out with some healing left. That's the hardest fight, by the way. I just want to make sure you understand that. The next fight is easier. Well, to most people, they consider it easier. So if you're really feeling beaten up, maybe that's going to help encourage you a bit. That the next fight just looks hard. It's actually not hard. Because it's just the same fight you've been doing, but extended without the obstacles for the most part. And with more healing. Okay, so he's always going to start out with the flame attack. Which makes you dodge to start. So you run out and hit him, and he's a big blast, and then you're going to walk to the side again, so the flame attack. So always use the flame attack when he does that. Don't worry too much about the lasers, because they do barely any damage. Really not much of a threat. The tridents do quite a bit of damage. You should worry about them, but they're also easy to dodge. You can even jump over them if you have to, so you're pretty rare to get hit by a trident. They're very easy to telegraph. I got a glitch, as you can see, that doesn't actually show my HP value, which kind of sucks. So I'll have to make some estimates here. The blasters. The big blast is not much to worry about. It's slow, so you can walk through it. And it doesn't actually do that much damage, surprisingly. The tiny ones also don't do much damage, so I won't worry too much about them. Obviously, try not to get hit by them. But, like, they are not a main concern. You can take them if you have to. So, yeah, play it like this. It's fairly offensive, not too offensive. You still have to make sure you don't get hit by the main things to kill you. You gotta actually get him to 0 stamina and then hit him again. Now, if you notice there, I didn't hit him when I could, because if I had hit him there... Oh god, get out, please. If I had hit him there, I would have died, because he would have actually forced me into the bone zone, which would, like, one-shot me. Make sure that you never do that in that scenario, if there's a bone zone coming down. Okay, so he's just doing a fair amount of damage, whatever. So make sure when you jump here, you're only at the back of it, because it can hit you there. And don't worry too much about this, just wait for tridents and go. Like, so the laser's not there. You gotta hit him 5 times here. Get him 1 TP hit in, 5 times. Then, second time, I think it's 5. 3. 4. Okay, I guess it's 4. Turn sideways here. Even if you're on a console or whatever the fuck you're on, even if you have to go first person, you have to be sideways here. I've actually done it in first person here, it's not so bad. If you align yourself just right, you actually don't work. I'm not going to do that for the sake of being safe, but I've done it before, like, for you that this does work, and it's actually not that difficult. Yeah, there's no scenario in which you can't be sideways here, so you die. Fair amount of healing items, it seems. Now, so go through the middle here, and then blast, and then get out of the middle. Work your way over to this column. Oh, I took a lot of damage there, but it's okay. Go safe spot here. So what you want to do is you want to land there when it's not hitting you, and it's kind of hard time. I messed it up. So you saw. Okay, so here's a really rough jump that I don't like. You have to jump, same kind of thing there. But it does is 2 of them, so if you fuck it up badly, it can actually do a ton of damage to you. So when that goes, you can come here and you can really back up. Like, I mean, like, really hug the back end of it, see? And then, same goes here, like, really hug the back end of this, and don't let that hit you, or that will kill you when you hit horribly. So, hug the back hug the far left of this and you won't get hit. Okay. So, you're safe here. Adjust however you need your things. I wish I could see my health. And get ready for the final attack. And I have to warn you, this attack is really, really freaking laggy. I'm using a controller. I don't know why. It's damn. It doesn't matter. It's too laggy to really... Actually, maybe I won't use... Oh, wait. No, that's not the last attack. Whoops. I'm an idiot. Anyway, don't do what I just did. It's really laggy. So you're probably gonna need to abuse the lag a bit to live. Oh my god. It's so laggy. It's gonna lag no matter what device you're on. That's a promise. Try your best to do this if you can with the lag. I'm really trying to do it. This is so much lag. I swear I actually do have a good PC. It's actually just like that. And then you gotta want to carefully navigate your way through here. Don't corner yourself and just be very calm. See, it's not so hard. Just keep doing this movement right here. Whatever the fuck this is. And hit him. Oh, button. Oops. And as you see, I know I used this at the end, but I actually had two of these. I didn't need to use it, and a pie left. So I think I actually did pretty good. And I kind of made a lot of stupid mistakes. If you noticed what happened when I stopped, I actually forgot what button uses items on the controller. And I just, like, let go of the controller and started using keyboard in the middle of that. Oops. Okay, it's time for your grand reward. There is nothing that can rival this. This is the greatest reward of all time. I have to make that not like that. Well, this is weird looking. There he is. Who's that? So this is the hardest part. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. So at this point, you gotta make a hard turn. And you're gonna make another hard turn. This one's really tight. Wobbling a bit. See how difficult this is? Another hard turn. Oh my god, it's such a hard turn. Okay, that sounded sexual. Never mind. Another turn. Gotta make another turn here. And over here, you're gonna make another turn. And you're gonna make another little turn right about here. And this is a real sharp turn over here. And another turn. You gotta make another turn. I don't think that's how arms work. But yeah. This is the hardest part. You have to thank you, Discord ping. You have to get Discord pinged.